Hello, and thank you for taking the time to participate in the fiscal year 2025 Fulbright-Hays Seminars Abroad program webinar. My name is Mark Bladel, and I am the Program Officer for the Fulbright-Hays Seminars Abroad program here at the U.S. Department of Education. We are pleased to take this opportunity to provide you with technical assistance for completing and submitting an application package for the Fulbright-Hays Seminars Abroad program. The agenda for this webinar is as follows. We will provide you with information regarding the purpose of the Seminars Abroad program. Seminars being offered for fiscal year 2025. We will run through the eligibility requirements and discuss the selection criteria that will be used to rate and score each application. Next, we will provide you with tips for completing and submitting your application in a timely manner. Then, we will talk about when applications will be notified. And finally, we will discuss the financial obligations for both the U.S. Department of Education and successful applicants. The Seminars Abroad program is designed to provide short-term study abroad opportunities for K-12 teachers, post-secondary education faculty, and education administrators in the academic fields of the arts, humanities, and the social sciences. Educators in the sciences, technology, engineering, mathematics, and computer sciences are welcome to apply if their proposed curriculum projects integrate seminar content. The seminars give U.S. educators a chance to improve their understanding and knowledge of the peoples and cultures of other countries. At the individual level, the grant supports short-term overseas study opportunities and curriculum development in the academic fields of the arts, humanities, and the social sciences. Again, educators in the sciences, technology, engineering, mathematics, and computer sciences fields are welcome to apply if their proposed projects integrate seminar content. The program has two main expected outcomes. Participants must develop a curriculum project due no later than 90 days following their return to the United States, and participants must disseminate the curriculum project and conduct outreach in their schools and districts and communities upon return to the U.S. We would like to provide you with an overview of the three seminars we will be conducting in the summer of 2025. For U.S. educators and administrators at the elementary and middle school level, which includes grades K through 8, we will be offering a seminar to Peru and Uruguay entitled Culture, Language, and Inclusion, Investigating Education in Uruguay and Peru. This 5-week seminar will explore the different contexts of Peru and Uruguay and the ways in which they are promoting education equity and intercultural experience. Participants will examine how Peru's distinct regions, from the Andes to the Amazon to the metropolitan areas of the coast, are approaching intercultural education. Trips to the Amazon and the Andean highlands will showcase approaches taken by indigenous communities to develop their communities in a sustainable way. In Uruguay, participants will learn about a project called Multilingual Uruguay 2030, which aims to ensure that those who completed the stages of public education will achieve mastery of their mother tongue and international contact language and regional contact language by 2030. Through visits to Montevideo, the capital, the coast, and the Brazilian border, participants will better understand the history and culture of this country and how it is approaching this ambitious goal. This seminar will explore the efforts of the Peruvian and Uruguayan governments to promote national curricula that incorporates intercultural education, and participants will learn about the associated obstacles, opportunities, and accomplishments. The program will appeal to educators with a wide variety of interests, allowing time and support for participants so that they may integrate appropriate program elements into their curriculum projects for their home educational institutions. For U.S. teachers and administrators at the secondary level, which includes grades 9 through 12, we will be offering a seminar to India entitled Exploring India's Cultural Heritage and Traditions. This 4-week seminar will begin in July of 2025. This seminar will offer secondary educators the chance to understand the interactions between the historic and the contemporary in three major regions of India: the North, the South, and the East. Participants will begin their time in Delhi and will see firsthand the historical influences that have shaped this megacity vis-a-vis the contemporary trajectory of life in India's capital city. Excursions to Agra and Varanasi will showcase the great impact religion has had on contemporary India. Pune and Hyderabad will highlight India's role as an emerging power on the global stage. Finally, visits to Kolkata and Chennai will offer participants different perspective on India's history and the current challenges and opportunities that it faces. Participants will gain a first-hand knowledge of best practices and challenges faced by the Indian education system in its efforts to maintain a balance of educating about the country's cultural and social heritage while also providing training and skills in modern scientific fields, as recent education policy has placed a strong emphasis on maintaining this balance. By the end of the program, participants will have a better understanding of the country and will be able to integrate their newfound knowledge of the country into their professional work. Finally, the seminar to Greece and Türkiye is for U.S. post-secondary educators and administrators and is titled Building Bridges Across the Aegean: Cultural Heritage and Sustainability in Greece and Turkey. This 4-week seminar will provide U.S. educators and administrators with an immersive experience focusing on sustainability, climate change, cultural heritage preservation, and sustainable tourism in both countries. The program includes site visits to important archaeological, environmental, and historic landmarks in Greece, such as Athens, Delphi, and Thessaloniki, and Turkey, such as Istanbul, Ankara, and Ephesus. These visits will provide insights into historic significance, preservation challenges, and current conservation efforts at these sites through interactive sessions, facilitated conversations, and meeting with local communities, stakeholders, and cultural practitioners. Learning outcomes for participants include understanding the history, significance, and methods of preserving cultural heritage sites and traditions, learning about sustainable practices, and gaining insight on how to balance tourism with heritage conservation and environmental protection. Participants will return to their educational communities with a richer perspective, enabling them to develop curriculum projects that promote sustainability, cultural heritage, and sustainable tourism. Educators will gain a deeper understanding of the history and culture of both countries and be better equipped to integrate diverse perspectives into their teaching and research, contributing to a more sustainable and culturally aware future. Next, we will review the eligibility requirements. Please note that all applications need to be submitted through the Department of Education's G5 system. This can be accessed by visiting www.g5.gov. Note that when visiting G5 in your web browser, you will automatically be redirected to the new G6 website. You can still log into G5 as per usual from the new web page. Simply click Sign In and scroll down to the second option, G5, and click Sign In under the G5 logo. You will then agree to the conditions and continue to sign in as usual. Is eligible to participate in the Seminars Abroad program if they meet the following requirements. The applicant must be a U.S. citizen, national, or permanent resident of the United States. Participants must also hold at least a bachelor's degree from an accredited college or university. Continuing on with the eligibility requirements, applicants must also have a total of 3 years of full-time professional K-12 or post-secondary experience by the time of departure for the seminar. There are no exceptions to this requirement. All applicants must be currently employed full-time in a teaching or administrative position at the same level of the seminar for which the applicant is applying. Applicants must be currently employed full-time in a U.S. institution of higher education, a U.S. K-12 school system, a local education agency, state education agency, a library, or a museum. An applicant's work experience must be included in the CV so that we can easily verify that you have at least 3 years of full-time work experience. Your CV should clearly reflect your work experience, or your application can be deemed as ineligible. All applicants must be physically and psychologically able to participate in all phases of the seminar. Award recipients must provide a physician statement that reflects the participants' readiness for travel. Please note that participants must follow Fulbright Commission health and safety guidelines, and participants should discuss with their medical providers the prospect of traveling in a group abroad given current public health concerns. The applicant must also demonstrate suitability and adaptability. This will be assessed through the selection criteria, essay responses, and letters of reference. As a reminder, this opportunity is for U.S. educators and administrators in the arts, humanities, and the social sciences. Educators in the sciences, technology, engineering, mathematics, and computer sciences are welcome to apply if the proposed curriculum projects integrate seminar content. If you have a specific question about your field of study, please feel free to contact us. Applicants are also accepted from those who work in 2 half-time permanent positions in the same or in one or more schools or organizations, teaching or working at the same or similar academic levels, otherwise known as the 50% rule. For this year's competition, we have 4 competitive preference priorities. The first priority includes K-12 teachers or administrators who work at schools that are eligible for either the Perkins Loan Cancellation or Teacher Loan Forgiveness programs, or are identified as Title I schools. Applicants who are eligible for this priority will receive 2 points. The second category includes faculty members who teach at minority-serving institutions. Minority-serving institutions refers to an institution that is eligible to receive assistance under Sections 316 through 320 of Part A of Title III, under Part B of Title III, or under Title V of the Higher Education Act of 1965, as amended. Eligible applicants will receive 2 points. The third category includes faculty members who teach at community colleges. Eligible applicants will also receive 2 points. Finally, the last category includes new applicants. Eligible applicants will receive 3 points. If you demonstrate eligibility to participate in your seminar, your application will be scored by 2 external reviewers. Let's review the selection criteria that reviewers will use to rate and score each application. As you can see on the slide, the maximum possible score an applicant can receive is 107 points. The CV is worth a maximum of 10 points. The International and Intercultural Experience essay is worth a maximum of 20 points. The Demonstrated Need essay is worth 30 points. The project plan is worth 30 points. References are worth 10 points. And the competitive preference priorities are worth 0 to 7 points, depending on which priority or priorities you address. The applicant's CV will be scored based on the following factors: education, employment history, professional qualifications, awards and honors, specific roles and subjects taught in your current position, the clarity of descriptions of current and previous professional roles, professional memberships, other relevant interests such as athletic coaching, supervision, committee or advising work, full-time professional experience of at least 3 years, and finally, demonstrated leadership roles at your school or institution. It is recommended that the CV does not exceed 3 pages. To encourage consistency throughout the application process, applicants should follow our formatting guidelines for completing and submitting their applications. We recommend that your essays be written in Times New Roman, Courier, Courier New, Arial, Calibri, or Cambria font, 12-point font size or larger, and double-spaced. Please note that a page is 8.5 by 11 on one side only, with 1-inch margins at the top, bottom, and both sides. It is recommended that each essay be in portrait orientation and not exceed 3 pages. For the international/intercultural experience essay, which is worth 20 points, applicants should demonstrate their capacity to learn from international or intercultural experiences at home and/or abroad. Your essay will be scored based on the following criteria, and failure to address these components will result in points being deducted. 1. Purpose of previous travel/intercultural experience in the U.S. or abroad. 2. Experiences that influence teaching, curriculum, and/or your professional career. How previous experiences prepared the applicant for participation in the seminar. 4. Passion for intercultural experience. And 5. Intercultural competencies gained or hope to be gained. We require those who have previously received an award under the Seminars Abroad program to discuss how the previous seminar experience 1. Impacted students, their school or institution, teaching, curriculum, and professional career. 2. Motivated them to participate in another seminar. 3. Deepened passion for intercultural experience. And 4. Encourage the development of intercultural competencies. For the demonstrated need, which is worth 30 points, applicants should address the connection between the seminar and their current teaching and/or administrative responsibilities. Your essay will be scored based on the following criteria. 1. Needs of students, school, or institution and/or community. 2. Gaps in curriculum and/or professional development. 3. Intercultural competencies, which include values and skills that need to be taught to K through 12 and post-secondary students. 4. Concepts related to diverse perspectives. And 5. The benefits of participating in the seminar for students, school, community, and/or one's own professional career. We require those who have previously received an award under the Seminars Abroad program to explain 1. How the seminar will prepare them to meet the needs of their students, school, or institution, and/or community that their previous seminar experience did not fully equip them to address. 2. How this seminar will address gaps in curriculum and/or professional development that were unmet by a past seminar. 3. How this seminar will help foster additional intercultural competencies. 4. How this seminar will add to the conceptual issues already developed. And 5. The additional benefits of participating in the seminar. For the project plan and implementation essay, which is worth 30 points, applicants should explain how they plan to incorporate the seminar experience into their professional work and to enhance their audience's international and/or intercultural understanding. Your essay will be scored based on the following criteria. 1. Innovative ways to evaluate students' global competence, critical thinking skills, and tangible learning outcomes. 2. Formative or summative assessments aligned with curriculum standards. 3. Concrete and specific activities and/or tools used in the classroom, school, and/or community. And 4. Plan of operation and dissemination efforts. It is important that applicants demonstrate that they've thought carefully about how to assess the efficacy of their project and share multiple ways they intend to provide opportunities for their learners to demonstrate what they have learned. We require those who previously received an award under the Seminars Abroad program to discuss how the seminar will continue to provide them with innovative ways to enhance students' global competence, critical thinking skills, and tangible learning outcomes. Past participants need to also show how they will improve formative or summative assessments aligned with curriculum standards developed for the previous seminar. They will need to show how they solidified concrete and specific activities and/or tools used in the classroom, school, and/or community created from the past seminar. And lastly, they will need to encourage a new plan of operation and dissemination that would improve upon current efforts. Please note that 2 letters of reference are required, and these should reflect the applicant's suitability for the seminar program. Each applicant is responsible for securing letters of reference from A, a current or previous supervisor, and B, either a current and/or previous colleague or a previous supervisor. It is recommended that an applicant starts the application process by requesting these letters. For the letters of reference, referees should address all of the following items: demonstrated interest in their career, ability to work with their colleagues, the ability to communicate effectively, adaptability to cross-cultural settings, leadership, impact in and beyond the classroom, the ability to work and travel in a group setting, and the ability to exercise good judgment. In order to receive competitive preference priority points, the applicant must upload a document indicating which competitive preference priority or priorities they qualify for. Please upload a single document that includes a short statement for each competitive preference priority you are claiming. In the statement, please identify the category and briefly explain how and why you or your institution is eligible. We will verify each statement after the closing date during the application pre-screening process. Next, we would like to provide you with some helpful tips for completing and submitting a competitive application. We encourage applicants to read the entire application package before completing and submitting an application. Applicants should request letters of reference as soon as possible. The applicant should review the FAQs contained in the application package and pay particular attention to the questions related to letters of reference. Once the applicant has submitted their application, they should check to see that they have a confirmation number containing an application number. Applicants should not wait until the last minute to submit their application in case they encounter problems with the G5 system. We encourage applicants to register early at www.g5.gov to avoid any system issues. Applicants should save their work prior to uploading them in G5. Letters of reference need to be completed and submitted before the applicant can submit their complete application. Applicants should also remain in close contact with their referees to ensure that references are submitted on time. In G5, the applicant will enter the name and email address of the individual that they would like to have write letters of reference, mark the form complete, and save it. The act of saving the form sends an email to the referee. The status of the form will then change to sent to referee. After the referee submits the letter on their end, the status of the form changes to complete. Only once the status shows complete for both references should the applicant submit the application as a whole. If a referee submits a reference after the January 7th closing date, the referee will receive an email message that the form submitted is invalid. Please do not wait until the last minute to submit your application. Please remember that the application is submitted through the G5 system at www.g5.gov. Please contact the G5 Help Desk at 1-888-336-8930 if you have any issues with the application submission process. You can also subscribe to our IFLE newsletter by clicking on the link contained in the slide. All applicants will be notified by spring 2025. Scores and comments will be sent to all applicants via email. The seminars will commence in late June or early July of 2025. Selected participants should be prepared to hit the ground running. All participants should make sure that they have a valid passport for at least 6 months after summer 2025. The Seminars Abroad program covers all of your lodging and meals, international flights, local travel, educational materials, meeting room space, and local administrative services. This next slide shows what participants are responsible for. There's a participant fee totaling $750. Participants are also responsible for any passport and visa fees, inoculations, health insurance coverage, and personal expenditures such as gifts or phone calls. Note that participants will also be responsible for any required expenses related to complying with COVID-19 vaccinations or tests. If you have any additional questions, please feel free to email us at seminarsabroad@ed.gov. We highly recommend reviewing the FAQs prior to submitting your application. For additional resources, we encourage you to access our Seminars Abroad website at the link contained in the slide. We thank you so much for your interest in this year's Seminars Abroad program. You are welcome to join us for a live Q&A session and our office hours sessions. Details can be found on our website. We look forward to receiving your application and remain available should you have any questions.